Yo, welcome back, man. Mr. 300 here, man. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching my videos. Man, I hope this sound isn't going to be too bad because I got my windows. It's hot as hell, man, in Vegas, man. It's like muggy, man. So I'm going to keep the window open. And I'm going to switch between, like, being in the car and, you know, like, in front of my computer so you guys can see, like, the little screenshots and shit. But anyway, man, we here, man. Hope you guys having a good day. Hope you guys having a good week. Almost over. It's Thursday. I took off tomorrow, so I'm good. But hopefully you guys are too. But anyway, man, we going right into it, man. I'm gonna talk about what happened, how I screwed myself the first time I bought a car. I was young. This is a while ago. This is like 3-4 cars ago, man, that I financed. But I'm gonna tell you guys the downfalls that I had and the inexperience that I showed when I bought my car, and basically made me increase the price of my monthly payment, because at that time I didn't have the cash to, you know, put down a big down payment. I didn't have enough cash, you know, I didn't have the knowledge about like credit and all that other stuff. So I'm just gonna break it down, man, as best as I can, man. So, you know, whoever is looking to buy a car or don't know, you know, what to do, and you know, you don't want to be at the mercy of the dealership, you know. So I'm just gonna do this, man, because I bought a couple cars, man, because so I kind of feel, you know, I know what to do. I've also went through and, you know, fixed credit and all that type of stuff, man. But anyway, man, I'm gonna try to give as many, you know, many points as I can. I'm gonna mix it up, man, have fun with it anyway. But yeah, the first thing, the mistake that I made when I first bought my car, it was the 2005 Chevy Avalanche. You know, the pickup truck, the conversion pickup trucks where it can change. It could be like an SUV kind of enclosed, or it can be a pickup truck. It had like the removable glass in the back, and it had the cover on the truck bed or whatever. It was dope. V8, 5.7. Anyway, it was dope, man. I didn't do really any mods to it, but I got big rims or whatever. But the first thing how I screwed myself, or how I messed up, is right before I got the car, because I knew I really wanted that car. So what I did is I went around different places running my credit so I can get rims. Because as soon as I got the car, I wanted to get rims. And I know I didn't have the money after putting down all the money that I had for a down payment. And then, you know, forking out 3, 4, 5,000 on some rims, I know I didn't have it. So before I got the car, I started running my credit at different rim shops so I can get financing for some rims, because honestly, I was young. The rims, whatever I got approved for determined on what car I would get, you know. So if I got approved for a higher amount, I was able to get the car that I want, and I did. If I got a lower amount or I didn't get approved for something, I was like, man, I'm just gonna wait and chill out for a little bit, you know, and just do my thing a little later. But I ended up getting approved for what I wanted. But the thing is, it took me to go to like different rim shops, because I would just go to the rim shop, hey, you guys got credit, you guys got financing, run my credit, take that hard point, and then I would look for my rims, you know, like, oh, okay, you guys don't got nothing I really like. I know I got approved for 3,000, but you guys don't got anything in that price range that I want, so I'll just come back or whatever. And I know I wasn't coming back, but I was just thinking my credit's straight, I'm getting approved, so let me go to another place. So I went to another rim shop and another rim shop, and I ended up finally getting, you know, financing got a place with the rims that I really wanted for this truck. So it took me like 3 or 4 hard points. It took me like 3 or 4 inquiries to get the approved for the rims before I even went to get approved for the truck. You know, so I screwed myself. Everybody knows you don't want to run your credit when you're trying to get credit, because each inquiry is going to break your credit down, your credit score down a little bit, you know, each time. And on top of the inquiries, just them running your credit alone is going to bring your credit down. So it's just, I was taking 2 and 3, 5-point hits every time, and I really didn't care because my credit was straight. But now I know, you know, 10 points, 15 points might have made a difference, you know, on my interest rate. The next thing I did is I got a whole bunch of credit cards. So when I knew I was getting the car, I knew my credit was good, because I wanted to get my credit score to a certain amount so I could start getting a whole bunch of credit. So before I even got the car, on top of just like how I did, you know, ran my credit for the rims, I was getting approved for all type of just different gas cards, you know, all different type of credit cards that I know I would use once I got the car, you know. And like I said, man, you guys know anybody who's like went through some credit, you know, issues, or really know about the credit and, you know, didn't really know what's going on. When you start getting approved for stuff, it's like, it's addicting, you know. It's like you just like, oh, I'm gonna see if I get approved for this. I'm gonna see if I get approved for this. And like I said, before I even got the car, I already ran my credit like 4 times to get the rims. So on top of the rim, like inquiries for the rim shop, let me close this. I know I can tell it's getting loud. So on top of the rim increase, I also had increase for the actual credit cards, because I was like, man, I got credit now. Like, I know I got to get a car. Like, I know what I want. Like, I'm gonna run my credit, get all the cards, so I know I'm straight. You know, so that was even more increase. What else I do? I screwed myself. So I got the increase with the rims. I got increase with the credit card. And when I got the credit cards, like an idiot, I started using them before I even ran my credit to get the actual card. So I was getting approved for credit cards. I probably, had $1,000 credit card over here, $5,000 credit card over here. I had, Walmart card, Target, all these different cards, man. And like I said, I was young. This is a long time ago. So as I was getting those cards, I was like, I'm gonna hold the cash because I want to put down a big down payment. So this was a way for me to actually have, continue my daily life, but then be able to save enough money so I could put more cash down on a down payment. But the thing is, as I was doing this, it was new credit, on my credit report, and it was like a couple of months before I actually got the car. So my credit has, the accounts were showing a balance, and I didn't know about, keeping it under 30%, keeping it under 10%. I didn't know anything about that. So I'm just getting credit cards like, all right, I'm good. I got cash. Let me use this. You want to go out? Cool, baby. Yeah, let's do it. Or you want to go to LA? You want to take a trip? I was all that. I was like, I got credit. I don't need cash. I got credit. And they were, I always thought as long as you don't run your credit up to the max, like to the limit where you can't use it anymore, you straight. Like, as long as you got available credit, you're making the payments every month, you straight. So I would charge, $500 here, or have a $500 payment at the end of the month, or balance at the end of the month. But then I would only make a payment for like $50, $100, the minimum, or double the minimum, or whatever. So I was screwing myself because it was increasing my credit utilization. My credit available was going down, and my credit utilization was going up. I screwed myself on that, and everybody knows, I forget if it's 35 or 30%, but your credit utilization, I think it's 30%. Your credit utilization is 30% of your credit score. So if I'm screwing that up, my credit score is taking a hit for 30, it can affect the 30%. Now, granted, I wasn't maxing it out, I wasn't, I had multiple credit cards, so I wasn't like using one and maxing them out, but it was higher than 10%. It was higher than 30%. I know because I didn't know about, when the credit agencies, or when the credit card reported to the credit agencies. So I was just, just using it just frivolously, just using it whenever I could use it, instead of cash, because I felt like I was saving up for a down payment. I needed cash for a down payment. Now I know I could have put the down payment on a credit card and blah, blah, blah. I didn't know that. So I screwed myself for that. So that decreased my credit score because it increased my credit utilization. And what else I do, man? How I screw myself. And basically, when I say I screwed myself, what I mean is I impacted my credit. It was new credit, it was credit inquiries, it was new accounts, my utilization was going up. So this decreased my credit score, which in turn, it increased my APR, the percentage rate on the loan that I got for the car. So instead of paying, 4%, 5%, I was paying, I ended up getting a loan for 9. But this is, it's extremely high. I know when I look at it back now, my credit score was like a 730 when I actually ran my credit to get the car. So I know my credit was straight. I could have got I was prime, borrower. I could have got, whatever I wanted, but as soon as this is another mess up that I had. This is another way I screwed myself. As soon as I found out that I was approved for the car after all the credit stuff, all the stuff or whatever, I just took the first offer dude gave me, because it was like, you get like a dealer who you kind of personal with, like he was cool, he was a younger guy, he kind of looked like me, reminded me, talked about sports. So I was like, yeah, he gonna give me a good deal. I was like, this dude gonna give me a good deal. He ain't gonna screw me over, we cool. But now I know, when I was getting the car, like I said, it was my first experience. I was thinking, once I buy this car, this is a big purchase. Dude gonna remember me. We gonna be hitting each other up. He the homie. We gonna drive around. He got hooked up on gas because he work at a dealership. But now I know, once you buy a car, if you don't got a good connection, if it's not something real, you don't really know him like that, as soon as you sell him the car, it's a wrap. So of course he don't care. Once you sign the paper, you sign on the dotted line, he got your money, he got his rate, he got all that, So whatever deal you guys made at the beginning, that's it. You can't change it, because you guys not cool anymore. You can't go back and be like, all right, I want something better. So this is how I screwed myself. The very first offer the guy gave me for my Chevy Avalanche, I was excited about getting it. The payment that I wanted, it was right where I wanted it. So everything was straight. I was like, yeah, I'm good. But Now that I'm look back on it, like I could have been paying $50 less a month. I could have been, I could have had a 5% interest rate instead of 9%. I could have had something crazy low because my credit score was straight. Let alone if I didn't do all that other stuff before I even got the car, if I didn't get the credit cards, if I didn't get, the financing for the rims, if I didn't get all that stuff, I would have even had a better credit score. So my credit, like the annual percentage rate would have been even lower, so I screwed myself with that. But, you live and you learn, man. So now all the other cars after that, I put this is another thing. The money that I saved up for a down payment because I wasn't paying, I wasn't using cash for my credit. I didn't use all that money for my down payment because I felt like I didn't need to. I was approved, and they said I didn't have to put anything down. My points, my limit, my the actual balance, the car note. My bad, I'm tripping. I'm driving. It's like traffic, but no excuses. But anyway, the car note that I wanted when he gave me the initial offer, it was exactly where I wanted. I didn't have to put down. I think I put down like $1,000, but I was expecting to put down like 5,000, 6,000 or whatever, but I didn't, so I kept all that cash. Knowing now, if I would have put down more, on the down payment, I would have had, I would have financed less. The interest rate would have been, or the interest I would have paid less because it was, I didn't finance as much. If I would have argued and basically negotiated on the interest rate, I'm sure I could have got a lower rate. So that so many different things. I probably paid an extra $100 a month before I knew that I was getting screwed over. Now, luckily it was a 5-year term, and later down the line I refinanced, so I got a better rate or whatever. But this is still 2-3 years in where I could have did something a lot better. I could have nipped it in the bud early on instead of waiting 2-3 years and paying interest more than I needed, more monthly payment, all that type of stuff. So you live and you learn, man. But that was a couple of ways how I screwed myself. So if you guys are looking to buy a car, if you're not super credit, savvy and don't understand all the ins and outs of your credits, I'll break it down a little bit. Before you buy a car, don't open up, or even a house, anything major, a car and a house for your credit. You don't want to do anything little small, applications for like credit cards and, financing. You don't want to go get financing for like furniture. You don't want to do none of that. Just get the big purchase first and then wait a month or two and then get all that little stuff, because the biggest thing that you get is going to be the thing that you pay the most on. So that means you're going to be paying the most interest if you get screwed over. So you want to get the big thing out the way first, have that on your credit, and then get the little stuff, because the little stuff, you can, it's less interest because the amount is smaller. So the first thing I would do is don't open up any new credit, within the last, up until like 6 months from when you're trying to get something. Give it enough time where if you do run your credit, it's not showing as fresh credit. That's the first thing. The next thing I would do is, if you have any credit cards, make sure you pay your balances down all the way. Like, under 10%, under 30%, they say, but I've understood and I've gotten the best results from keeping my credit, my credit balances under 10% of the limit. 30% it works, I'm sure, but I just feel better with 10%, because then if I get gas, if I need to buy something, if I forget or something like that, I still got some room to play with, instead of being at 30%, 29%, 28%, always remembering, the monthly fee might hit you, the financing, all this other stuff. And that's if you don't pay everything off in full every month. The next thing I would do is, like I said, no new credit. Keep your balances down, pay all your balances down, and let them report to the credit agency. So figure out when they actually, your different credit companies report to the credit agency, so when you need to keep that balance below or keep it real low. The next thing I would do is, basically, when you get in there and you get approved, don't take the first offer. Like, just think about it. Like, if you go somewhere and you're just like, say you're trying to sell your car and you post it for, $5,000, but you cool with, $4,500. If somebody walk in there, they hit you up, whatever, like, hey, I got your car, I'll see your car, or whatever, I want to buy it, and they say, hey, I want to buy it for $5,000. Are you gonna say no? Or are you gonna say, nah, just give me $4,500? I only want $45,000. Nah, you're gonna take the first offer. But the thing is, you put a cushion in there so you can't negotiate. And that's the way it is with car dealerships. They have, once you get approved, you have a pretty nice credit score, you have a down payment, you get approved, they have some wiggle room to wiggle around with. Especially if it shows you're getting approved, like say you go to a Toyota dealership or a Chevy dealership and you get approved directly with their in-house lender, that means you're straight, you got a lot of power. You know, so the first offer they give you, get up and walk away. Like, hey, nah, I want half of that. You know, they give you 10% interest rate, and I want 5. They say, nah, we can't do that. Get up and walk away. Like, don't be in a rush to buy a car. You know, like, give it time. You know, this is a huge purchase, and even if it's a couple of percent, 2-3% or whatever, if you multiply that out, you know, times 60, the additional amount that you're paying per month because you didn't want to negotiate, or because you screwed yourself like I did before you got the car, you got to multiply that by 60. So at 50, you got dollars extra that I paid a month because I screwed myself over, or even 100, you got to multiply that by 60. So always negotiate. Never take the first offer. Get up and walk away. Now, if it's an offer that you really like, you know, or if your credit score isn't all that great, or, you know, it's kind of rocky, and, you know, they saying this is all they can do, and you think this is all they can do, you got to take that, you know. But if you've been to like a credit union, or they give you something crazy, and you know, like, you go to online, you go to Credit Karma, you go to different places online, and you research, and you see what other people, what loans and what interest rates other people are getting with your credit score, and they offer you something that's higher than you think, like, negotiate that. If they don't like it, walk out. You know, don't take what they first give you, you know. Now, if you ball and just pay cash, you don't got to watch this video. It just don't even matter. But if you financing, never take the first offer. Get up, walk away, argue. You know, it's going to be a stressful situation unless you're dealing with somebody that you're really cool with. But if it's a stranger, you buying a $30,000 item from a stranger, so of course you need to, it's going to take a long time to really understand that and get all the ins and outs worked out, you know. So don't rush yourself. Don't feel like you're wasting time, because they're getting paid off you buying it regardless. If you break it down 2-3%, it might not matter that much to them, because they still getting whatever the purchase price is, a percentage of that. But you're having that same payment for 5 years, 6 years, 4 years, 10 years if it's an exotic car or whatever, you know. So always negotiate, you know. That's pretty much it, man. I might not mix it up. I might not even, I don't know. We'll see how the video come out, man. I don't even know what the title is. I just want to get in the car and talk, you know, because I was thinking about getting another car or whatever, and I was like, so many, you know, there's so many different tricks and so many different, you know, they say haggling, like CarMax or whatever, no haggle. There's so many different practices and different skills that you can use to get the best price, and a lot of people don't know. A lot of people are intimidated, you know. So I just wanted to get this out and let people know, you know, there's different options, there's different things you can do to increase your chances, you know. You got a 700 credit score, you got power. You got a 650, you got some power. You got 650, 680, 690, you got some power, you know. But if you got 740, 750, you got all the power. Anything more than that, you already know what it is, because you obviously, you know how to deal with credit. But, you know, if everybody's hovering around that 600, 650, you know, the average credit score, you know, there's different things you can do to get the best deal, you know, and I just wanted to break that out. But anyway, man, if you guys have watched it to this, you know, to this point, please like this video, please subscribe. You know, it really helps it out, helps out the algorithm and all that type of stuff, man. You know, I'm trying to put out more videos. I hope you guys rocking with me. I hope you guys appreciate it. I'm gonna try to mix it up. I got another video I'm gonna do when I get home, and I'll probably release that tomorrow. This is gonna go up today. Today is, what's today? Thursday, 23rd May. So yeah, this is gonna go up today, probably tonight. So tomorrow, Friday, gonna be another video. Saturday is gonna be a video. Sunday is gonna be a video. I'm gonna try to end this whole holiday weekend pretty nice. So I got some extra time, so I'm gonna knock out some videos, you know, and, you know, see what happens. But anyway, man, Mr. 300, man, I love you guys. Have a great day. Have a great week. Like, subscribe, love yourself, and that's pretty much it, man.